Holy crap, the Saints turned Tuesday into Mega News Day. Get those Jimmy Graham jerseys out your closets. The prodigal basketball playing tight end has returned to us. Loomis is also signing every guard he can find. Saints football is officially back. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to the award-winning Saints Happy Hour podcast. Seriously, this podcast has won awards. American standards are dropping every day. The show features Ralph, the best host in the world, who can barely pronounce his own name, much less anyone else's.
Marcus Marquez Callaway.
Dave is that dude who loves taking bathroom breaks. He's mad about almost anything, so make sure to lower your volume when he speaks.
Put that freaking clown meme back up that I made. Jesus Christ.
Andrew has sources, watches tapes, and knows football. He rarely shows up on time and wants to commit crimes to help the Saints win.
Sean Payton would have done illegal things. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because you know it's true.
Oh, and there's also Kevin, who is great at doing mock drafts, but struggles to actually watch Saints games or have a functioning relationship.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Anyway, grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy the insanity.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. We are live on Twitch. If you aren't, and you're a new follower because you're stoked about all the Saints news and you're checking out Saints Happy Hour for the first time ever or the first time in a long time, make sure to follow us on Twitch. And remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcast. Smash on YouTube.
Yeah, you're gonna see next level wire touching. If you're here for the first time, welcome to the wire touching. Get used to it.
Yeah. Go to patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour. You get 2 months for free. Annual patrons also get a special welcome gift of our Saints season survival mug, and maybe one lucky winner will get the old wire when I buy a new microphone. Get one before they run out. I want to thank Nikolai, Andrew's dad, Jerry, PK, Punk Rocker, among others who are in the chat tonight. Thanks, guys. By the way, our off-season MVP contest is underway. Have you ever wanted to be on the main show and tell Kevin to shut up, laugh at me touching the wire, enjoy Dave going to the bathroom, grill Andrew about his sources? Now you can. The person who donates the most each week gets entered into our drawing to sit in with us on the main show. And by the way, if we reach $100 in donations tonight, the MVP will choose which minibar bottle from my gigantic minibar collection that I'm going to poison myself with.
What are the options today, Ralph?
I got Howler Head, straight bourbon. And I got.
What's so bad? Wait, now what's so bad about that? Is it old?
Yeah,
bombshell gin.
Oh,
it looks like
there is nothing worse than shooting gin. Shooting gin is horrible.
That's from Who Dat Golfer. He sent me the care package.
Thank you, Who Dat Golfer, because whoever wins, you should pick the gin.
Who Dat Golfer, I'm coming for you. I've been playing a lot of golf. I've been doing a lot of practicing. I'm a 9 right now, but I'm coming for you. I'm going to be down to like a 3 in like 3 months. You wait.
Yeah. Last week I did the Malort. So if you want to.
What's Kevin? What are you baking there? Is that chicken?
What are you baking?
My chicken. It's my chicken for my salad.
This is so.
I usually have it made before we start the show.
Wow.
What time do you get home?
Should we start doing instead of what are you drinking? Should we go? What are you baking? Should we switch the show?
What are you baking?
Yeah.
I'm baking.
And then I've got my Nikolai beer right here. And now I got to put this pan down so my hand burns off.
All right, Julia.
So if you want to
get back in the kitchen there.
If you want to send me stuff to drink in the Discord, my DMs are open. On Twitter or X or whatever the hell Elon calls it now, my DMs are open. Send it to me. And if we reach $100, I'll drink it. Thomas, we had donations popping before the show even started in the pregame. Do we have an MVP leader already?
We do. We reached the donation goal 2 weeks in a row. Let's hope we make it 3 times in a row, guys. So last week, Hatchet John won with 6K bits. And tonight we have a new donation from Jason Champagne, who subscribed with
Thank you, Jason.
Twitch Prime for free, guys. It's free.
Wow. It's free. Everybody's got Primer. All you Primers, you can subscribe with Twitch Prime for free. It takes you 5 minutes. Thomas has instructions on the description in the website and like a graphic, like step by step, so you can do it. There's no excuses. And plus, I want to remind you, anyone who donates. That's right. Even I can do it with my one good arm. Anyone who donates any amount gets entered into a drawing to get one of our crew to Taysom cups before they disappear. They're running really low, people. I would just say what you need. Do what you need to do. What are you drinking tonight? I have one more Nikolai mead, so I'm saving that. I'm drinking Abita strawberry. Andrew, what are you drinking?
Gross.
I'm sipping on my favorite rum, which is a dark Dominican rum. It's called Kirk and Sweeney. Here's the bottle right here. Pretty cool looking bottle.
I'm gonna have to try this. I've never.
Yeah, it's good stuff, Dave. I recommend. It's got vanilla notes to it, which I like. It's very, very drinkable.
Okay. Good
vanilla.
Yeah, Kevin was drinking. I think he was drinking one of Nikolai's beer. I'm drinking the same old Okra IPA, or the Parish other half collab. But I will take this moment. Not only what am I drinking, but what am I wearing? I don't know if you guys can see this. I've got a white long sleeve Saints Nike shirt on.
Nice.
But
how's that?
Go Tigers.
But what's important about this shirt, or notable about this shirt? Zoom in. I don't know if can you enhance here.
Enhance, Thomas. Enhance.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is actually. Can you see that right there? That tag. It's a little fleur-de-lis. It says Dennis Allen. This is Dennis Allen's shirt that he wore last season.
Wow.
Damn.
So what you're saying is that shirt has taken some serious nipple abuse.
Well, I'm adding to it. I don't know if you can zoom in on that too. Look at this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make any important life decisions in that shirt, Dave, because it'll be wrong.
Anyway, somebody I know was like, "What size are you?" And I'm like, "A large." He's like, "Yeah, that's Dennis's size." And he comes out with a garbage bag of all of Dennis Allen's like old shirts, and he let me pick like 3 of them.
That's weird.
So I'm gonna wear. I'll wear them for the next couple of weeks.
You haven't washed it yet, have you?
No,
you're never going to.
Well, interestingly enough, it smells like disappointment and regret. So I don't know if that's good or bad.
So there was that's a good segue, Dave, because there was no disappointment and no regret. I get out of a meeting today. I had meetings all day at work, just important people. I had to explain to them SEO and all this. I had to do actual work. I get out of a meeting. I open the X or the Twitters, and I see Jimmy Graham is trending, and I have like 50 notifications, and I'm like, what's happening? And Jimmy Graham is back. The prodigal, he's returned. I was like, what? He signed, and immediately, Andrew, I thought of you. You said he was going to sign last summer with the Saints, and he didn't. He didn't play last year. He had as many catches as all of us combined, but he's back. The Saints bringing in Jimmy Graham at a position where I woke up today and it never even crossed my mind that they would need another tight end, but apparently they do, or maybe they just needed to bring Jimmy home.
Well, first of all, I caught some grief from some patrons last year when I said that Jimmy was about to sign it. And if you listen to the press conferences, Dennis Allen and Loomis both talked about how, we were really close last summer. It almost happened. So, I wasn't wrong. I was just early. All right. So take it easy, guys. But I expect an apology from all of you that gave me grief. I told y'all this was in the works, but it is surprising, like you said. So you look at the depth, like it's a little bit of a head scratcher. You got Jawan, who's kind of the pass catcher. You got the Foster Moreau deal done. You still have Taysom on the roster, and then they just brought a veteran, Jesse James, on the team, and Lucas Kroll had a good mini camp. So it's a little surprising, especially now that he's been out of the league for a year. But for me personally, so you guys probably all know this by now that I'm a huge Jimmy fan. We never should have traded the guy to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind the patrons of Andrew. I don't know how long I've known you. Long time. We're all the time, and especially like during free agency. And I will tell this, and I think you'll admit it. The most crestfallen I think I've ever seen Andrew during free agency was 2018. Jimmy Graham, it was done. He was coming back to the Saints, and Green Bay gave him ridiculous money. And Andrew called me, and he was crestfallen in a way that I don't think I've ever seen you.
It's special to have him back. And look, I'm under no illusions. He's 36 years old. He's been out of the league for a year. Before he left, before he took a year off, like he wasn't very good in the league, you know. So, or at least I should say he wasn't what he used to be by any means. And so I'm under no illusion.
Still better than Troutman.
Still better than Troutman. And still better than Kobe Fleener.
Vanette, is he better than Vanette?
Yes. But you know, I think first of all, let me just like go back for a second. I don't really blame either party for how it all played out. I don't blame Jimmy for wanting wide receiver money. Like he should go get his bag. I don't blame the Saints for kind of arguing against it. But, you know, most guys would hold a grudge. Most NFL players, when they get traded away, they never look back. And Jimmy and the Saints have tried to reunite multiple times. This is like the fourth time now. There's been an offseason where they've tried to bring him back. And I mean, it's too bad that finally at 36 it happened. It should have probably happened much sooner than this. But the reality is the Saints never should have traded Jimmy Graham. And I remember right when it happened, Drew Brees put that tweet out, and it was like one of his kids wearing a Graham jersey laying on the bed or something. And it was tragic, man. And that guy should have never freaking left the team. Can you imagine, like when you look at what Kelsey's doing in the league right now, and you know what Gronk did for a long time? If Graham had never left Breeze and he had just played his whole career with the Saints, can you imagine the numbers? Yeah. Can you imagine the numbers he would have put up in his career? And it's just it's tragic that he was traded. I understand why the Saints did it. Like at the time, their defense was a disaster. He was disgruntled, rightfully so, with the contract situation, and you know they got a first-round pick and a center out of it, but like that should have never happened. But I'll tell you what, like Jimmy Graham spent the best years of his career in New Orleans, and for him to not hold a grudge against the Saints and against the organization, and to want to come back, is just the most beautiful thing. So I'm not expecting much. Like I don't know if he'll make the team. Hopefully he does. My dream is that he scores against the Falcons in Atlanta. Yeah. He dunks on the goalpost, and I will happily take that 15-yard penalty. But so I hope that happens. But you know, I'm kind of gonna. My mindset is I'm gonna enjoy whatever we get out of Jimmy Graham. If it's a catch in preseason, or if he actually makes the team and contributes this season, like whatever we get, it's gonna be beautiful. And you know, he's not going to get any grief from me. I'm not going to be one of those guys who's like, he's washed. You should have never signed him, because like we should have never let him go. And as a human being, for him to come back and be like, yeah, I don't hold a grudge. This is where I was meant to be all along is a freaking powerful and beautiful thing.
So what are you going to say, Kevin? Don't you rain on our parade.
I'm next after Kevin.
No. So I'm seeing. So I don't know. Like this may warrant the breaking news siren or not. But apparently,
hit some people.
Apparently, Jimmy Graham played basketball in college.
Kevin, I was going to do that. I was going to do that exact same thing. I was going to do that exact same joke.
He's played basketball.
And then I was going to segue to something else, but I did want to address something.
Can he reduce the soft tissue injuries, though?
Well, I wanted to address something that Andrew said. When Jimmy Graham, when we didn't re-sign him, Andrew kind of said, "Well, we had to we had other areas we had to spend the money in, right?"
Right.
They needed them.
Okay, so look, hey, score one for the nerds. Mickey Loomis did not handle the cap well. All right. But I did want to say this is bad news for you guys, the three of you, and this is great news for me. And that's because as Kevin broke because I'm a small 2,000 square foot shop. I don't like that sound, but
I love it.
Good.
I want to take it.
When you don't like it, Dave, I like it even more.
Right, that's right. So trending down, you three idiots. Trending up, moi. Because as you mentioned, he's a basketball player turned tight end. Also, Shaq Davis, my undrafted free agent son, also former basketball player turned wide receiver.
What, are they going to shoot hoops on the sideline while they wait to play? What does that have to do with anything?
They obviously love Shaq Davis so much. They brought in Jimmy Graham. There can be no other reason why you would bring in a 36-year-old washed up, out of the league for 1 year tight end. There could be only one reason you would bring him back, and that would be to coach up the heir apparent, the next great red zone threat.
No,
there are two reasons why they brought Jimmy Graham back.
Davis.
There are two reasons. One,
Dennis Allen needs to appeal to the people to keep his job in case everything goes to hell.
Thomas, the first reason
1 and 2.
Thomas, play the first reason. This is Mickey Loomis. He'll explain the first reason why they brought Jimmy Graham back. He'll explain the first reason. Play that sound.
Maybe I'll get the respect of my daughter back because she killed me when we traded him years ago, and I was her favorite player. So, I think she'll be excited. Maybe I'll get.
There you go. That's reason number one.
All right.
I like Mickey Loomis's daughter. I'm not going to lie. I'm a fan.
Reason number two. There are thousands of Jimmy Graham jerseys everywhere, possibly still on the discount rack at the Black and Gold store, if you can find them.
You want me to go get mine?
And now we can use them again. They're like new. So that's the two reasons why they brought Jimmy Graham back.
This is the best
important reasons.
This is the best thing to happen since they signed Raphael Bush and he wore number 25.
Yes. That was beautiful as well. Yeah, I mean, look, also, we haven't even talked about Trey Turner. As a good LSU fan, now I'm not talking about Dave and his disrespect towards Nick Anderson. If we have clips of Nick Anderson speaking, we should play those because watching him speak made me.
The Saints didn't sign Ray Lewis to coach up Nick Anderson. All right, we got Jimmy Graham to coach my boy up. You guys are in deep shit. You are in deep shit.
I'd be remiss as a LSU fan if I didn't bring up the fact that Trey Turner is also in the building. They signed him, and look, we know Andrews
Max
Pete
Garcia. Don't forget about him.
We know Andrews Pete is probably hurt right now. He probably got injured in the last 10 minutes. And so Trey Turner, step on up. Your turn to start. So anyway, I'm glad to have an LSU guy in the building as well. And I got to say, I know that neither of those guys at this point are super exciting, but the day before training camp starts, to add those two players, build out your depth a little bit. Kudos to the Saints. It really feels like the depth is pretty solid right now. They've got a lot of guys at a lot of spots, and this training camp's going to be super exciting. Preseason's going to be fun to watch.
Thomas, clip that because in tomorrow, once practice starts and all the injuries starts, that quote is going to be laughable. I mean, tons of depth. This looks great.
What they do? I mean, they have
3 days from now. Oh shit! We got to sign somebody at guard. We are effed.
Hey, Tomas,
we're going to make a trade
on this.
Say, Kevin, I have a serious football take about the Jimmy Graham signing, and it's this. The Saints stunk in the red zone. You actually broke it down on a podcast we did weeks ago, and we all know, Derek Carr, he struggles in the red zone. My theory for Jimmy Graham, for the football reasons, not nostalgia, and I'll be real, nostalgia is the most important thing to me. But the football reason is this. If Michael Thomas gets injured, which he has the last 3 years, Jimmy Graham is like a lottery ticket for red zone possibilities. And
Shaq Davis.
And Shaq Davis, but Jimmy Graham mostly. So I asked Dave this on the Breaking News podcast, Kevin, but I will ask you
while he touches the wire.
The
I'm gonna
question
go
is,
get my
do you,
Graham jersey.
Kevin, the question is, do you approve of Ralph touching the wire? That's the question.
No. I touched the wire so many times when Dr. Thomas was on. I think I broke like 75 laws. But Kevin, who scores more touchdowns in 2023? Jimmy Graham or Michael Thomas?
Michael Thomas, no question.
You sure about that?
Michael Thomas, no question. Tomas, timestamp.
Hey, Tomas, check the timestamp on this.
But Kevin, you are like me, and you like the fun of it and the motion and all that. I feel like today, besides the Derek Carr signing, this is the most excited and happy Saints Twitter has been all offseason. Like we are irrationally happy about Jimmy.
Because, okay, listen, you're doing whatever the hell with your goddamn wire again, so I'll just sort of take you across I'll take you the final half furlong. I can do that for you.
Yeah,
oh yeah, it's that magical Texas internet.
Oh, look at Dave. He's wearing the Jimmy Graham jersey.
Got down there, bunch of clowns. Great jersey, Dave. Any hoozle. Everybody was excited because we see Jimmy Graham trending, and it's like, wait a second. One, did Jimmy Graham die? No, tremendous. Oh, the Saints signed him. Oh, that's nice. They signed him to a one-day contract. He'll retire as a Saint. Good vibes all around right before training camp. Good stuff. Wait a minute. He's actually on the team. Like it's a one-year deal, like with the intention of playing. Okay. Like it's not a coaching gig, it's an actual play deal. Tremendous. And we got all the nostalgia back. We got all the positive vibes back. We got all the happy feelings back. I saw so many people on Twitter just happy to be just happy. Just euphoric. That this, what would you call it? A reminder, a walking reminder of the halcyon days when the Saints would absolutely wreck shop comes back to the team.
That's right, because does he automatically become the only person that was on? Oh, well, he wasn't on the Super. We didn't get him in the Super.
No, he wasn't. He joined in 2010.
Yeah. Never mind.
But
I mean, look at Kevin rattle that off the top of his head. Now we got Jimmy Graham in 2010.
Weird. Wow, it's weird.
But again,
I'm just rattle off. I don't want to get my hopes up.
Discount the 2010 year. Hang on, I've got numbers. Discount the 2010 year. So from 2011 until 2014 when he left, 149, 135, 142, 125. Those four numbers are the number of times he was targeted by Drew Brees in 4 consecutive seasons. He never hit 100 targets ever again.
Ooh,
yeah.
He was in the mid-90s twice with Seattle, and of course, both those years he went to the Pro Bowl. But never even hit 90 after that. So he comes back. That's immediately another big pass-catching target. And look, I have no delusion that, oh my God, Jimmy Graham's going to have like 50 catches, 60. None of that. He's not going to get 700 yards. He's not going to have like 6-7 touchdowns. He is going to be a walking feel-good story. And all he has to do, if he makes the team, all he has to do is catch a couple of first downs and a couple of touchdowns, and that will be enough. One, for the fan base, but two, it'll be enough for defenses to buy into the possibility that, oh my God, this former basketball player turned footballer who was going neck to neck with Rob Gronkowski as the two most dominating tight ends in the league. This guy still has something left in the tank, and we need to account for that.
Yeah,
and if
that's when you throw to Shaq Davis. That's when you throw to Shaq Davis.
If I said the over-under is 10 catches, Well, where would you go, Kevin? Over under 10
okay,
catches.
I'll tell you what. I'll say 10.5 because I can't do the push in my head. Over under 10.5. I'll take over.
Ralph?
Over.
Yeah,
I'll say.
Low. If you said it at 20, that
over?
would be. Yeah, if you said it at 20 and a half, that's
38-year-old Ben Watson had 35 catches in 20.
That's true.
The fewest catches he had was that last year with the Bears. He had 14 catches on 23 targets.
If you were to ask me to kind of like put goals, like name goals that would be important, like Michael Thomas, if you said pick a goal, I would say 12 games played. That would be a goal. And if you told me Alvin Kamara, what's a goal? I would say 80 catches would be a goal for Kamara. If you ask me what the goal is for Jimmy Graham, it's really simple. Score a touchdown against the Falcons. That's really all I could ask.
Right. Like I'm thinking, like
happens, like I'm happy.
I just want. That's what I want.
It's like CJ Spiller. Like CJ Spiller. He had the one. He was the one that had the one play, the 90-yard overtime run against Dallas.
It was a swing pass. B, it was 80 yards. But yes.
But okay. And that was that's the only thing he's ever been remembered for with the Saints.
Right.
And that's kind of like what you're saying.
It was a pretty good one though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. give us one play. Give us one crazy play that wins a game, walk off touchdown.
No, I need
just give us one big thing that we can say, hell yeah.
Here's the thing. A little birdie once told me that Hail Marys happen all the time.
No, I don't want
and Jimmy Graham was robbed of a Hail Mary when he was flagged for pushing off on a 49ers guy. Pushing off, which, by the way, the Vikings did to the Saints when they beat him in the playoffs in overtime, and that wasn't flagged.
That's right.
But it never gets flagged. But Jimmy Graham somehow got flagged for it against the Niners, and the Hail Mary was wiped off. But apparently it happens all the time, and so if I have one request, it's that Jimmy Graham catch a Hail Mary.
Well, you keep talking about all these completed Hail Marys.
They're in abundance.
Well, you keep talking about them and mentioning them. So, yes, it does sound like they are in abundance. By the way, Andrew, your father mentioned a good point. I was wearing Dennis Allen's shirt, and then I just put Jimmy Graham's jersey over it. So I just got the DA stink all over Jimmy Graham. So I'm sorry, guys.
No.
I fucked this whole thing up. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure the DA stink was already on him.
Speaking of avoiding a stink, Ralph, under no circumstances are you allowed to draft Jimmy Graham. I don't care if it's the last round in a fantasy draft. In fact,
not even allowed to look at him.
I would implore
any put him in the queue.
I would implore any Saints fan, don't worry about drafting him. Don't do it. Don't draft him.
Yeah, here's not going to actually have any fantasy
Kevin.
Value.
Here's the real question, Kevin. Do we ask Ralph to draft Lucas Kroll to ensure that Jimmy Graham makes the team?
Let's make sure Lucas Kroll is even in there at the end. So
is he even still on the team that they cut him today?
Whoever is still there at the end by week 3 of preseason, we look to the back end of the depth chart and we say, Ralph, get that guy as your second tight end, so that way we can ensure he gets the old kickaroo off the team.
Yeah. Well, I want to give a quick shout out to friend of the podcast, famous actor Jim Gleason. I was texting with him earlier today because he's a Jimmy Graham fan and he was very happy to see Jimmy come back to the Saints. But we were saying the same thing. Yes, it's a nostalgia play, and how much can we really expect to see from him on the field? We'll see. But again, to me, it's all about it's just so powerful that after what the Saints did to him, trading his ass away after horrible contract talks, that says a lot of the guy, that he's you know what, the best moments of my life were playing in the Superdome. He said that today. He's I love you guys. I can't wait to get back in the dome. The guy's telling you the best moments of my life were playing for this team. So as fans, we got to embrace that. How many guys have been traded away and have come back like that? It almost never happens.
When I went
wait a second. You're telling me that a professional athlete actually knows how to handle addressing the fan base.
It's crazy
when they leave an organization.
Hey, talk to Chauncey Gardner-Johnson about that.
Well, I mean, I was thinking besides him, I was thinking of a certain unibrowed.
Jimmy Graham came back before AD thanked the fans in New Orleans.
Yeah,
right.
like there are ways to address the fan base where you don't come off looking like an asshole.
Yeah. No, Jimmy
Yeah,
Graham.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, by the way, on his way out of Philly after, being in the Super Bowl, called the fans in Philly effing obnoxious on his way out.
I mean, he's not wrong, but that's not the way to play.
That is accurate. But.
Yeah, I mean, can't blame the guy. No, when I went to go get my Jimmy Graham jersey out of the closet, and I passed my son in the living room,
Little tear, right? A little tear.
Well, I realized that he's was too young when Jimmy Graham was around, and now he's old enough and he's getting into sports and football and the Saints. So now going back to what we were talking about, just give me one memorable play that my son can see. That my son, okay, or whatever, but just something that my son can see, and he could be like, "Oh my gosh, like who's that guy?" And I'm like, "Son, that's Jimmy Graham."
I need like a, and then I want him to walk into the corn and then just like disappear and five catches, 110 and 2 touchdowns, just randomly, and the Saints win, and it's like, oh my God, he just rekindled the magic for 1 week. That's all we.
Well, I really thought he was going to retire the time that he was playing for the Bears, and he made that one-handed catch in the Superdome. And right after he scores a touchdown, last play of the game, he walks out of the tunnel, and his team loses to the Saints. And I was like, man, if that's the last thing Jimmy Graham ever did on a football field,
pretty cool
in the Superdome, like that is a freaking beautiful way to retire. I was surprised he didn't retire, but I was talking to Ralph about this earlier today, and we were thinking, like, is he going to make the team? Like, is he going to get cut? Like, what are the odds? And I could see this going one of two ways. I could see it just being like, yeah, he's banged up, like he pulls a hammy, physically he can't do it, and he gets cut, and it just doesn't work out. Or I remember when Roman Harper came back, and I remember Sean Payton was doing an interview, and they were like, hey, is Roman Harper going to make the team? And Sean Payton put it to the media like this. He's like, I would not have brought, out of respect for who he is and what he means to our locker room, there's no way I would have brought that guy back if I didn't envision a role for him. And I wonder if it's like that a little bit with Jimmy Graham, where it's like, we're going to carve out something for him because he means so much to this organization and there's so much history there that it would be disrespectful to bring him back just to cut his ass like 2 weeks into camp.
What would be, Kevin, what's the most... I'm curious, Kevin, what do you think is the most realistic, hilarious season for Jimmy Graham? Like, what's the most fun he can give us that's real, that's semi-realistic? Semi-realistic.
8 catches, 5 touchdowns.
He plays in like 4 or 5 games, has like 1 or 2 catches, except for the 2 games against the Falcons, where he has like 7 catches, 6 catches, and it's like 80 something yards and 110, and has 1 touchdown against them at home, and then has like 2 touchdowns on the road against Atlanta, and dunks on the damn goal. Dunks on the goalpost on both ends.
Bends them both.
That's it. That's it. Like, he basically finishes the season with like a grand total of like 20 catches, but like 12 of them came against the Falcons in both games.
and for those of you that don't remember Jimmy Graham or are too young to have like fully experienced it or whatever, if you're late to the party, Jimmy Graham is
Rob Gronkowski.
He's the number 1 Falcons killer all time.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, the Falcons could not stop him to save their life.
And Andrew, his first ever big moment with the Saints, 2010, they beat the Falcons on Monday night. He scored the winning touchdown to bolster your point.
Yeah.
Like he was an all, like the Falcons fans, they hate him. They hate Taysom. They hate Cam. Like if they had a Mount Rushmore of Saints people they hated.
Actually, that's a good point. I would put Taysom ahead of Jimmy, actually, as a Falcons killer.
Taysom just murders them.
Are we going to get a 2 tight end package with Jimmy Graham and Taysom out there?
Ooh, we get the 3 tight
time.
end. Foster, Jimmy, Taysom, the 3 tight end, the 3 tight end Hydra monster. Thomas, where are we in the donations? Are we close?
I bet we've blown your timing totally out of the water. I bet you never thought we were going to spend 40 minutes on.
Told you guys. Told you.
On Jimmy.
Yeah, behind the scenes podcast.
Thomas,
we got a little nostalgic.
Yeah, look, it's close to my heart, man. Jimmy Graham.
No, this is good, and that's my final thing in the Jimmy Graham topic is just the only thing, Dave, is I worry that the vibes now are so good for Saints training camp. We're flying, we're Icarus, we're too close to this. We're too good. We're flying too close to the sun. Like I'm too happy, and the Saints haven't even practiced in training camp. So now I've reverted back. I'm scared.
No, I think you should again. It's always best to have tempered optimism. Cautiously optimistic.
Chad M says 35 catches and 8 touchdowns. Chad, if he has
crazy.
If he has 8 touchdowns, I'll do a shot for each one of the.
This is one of my favorite comments. This is from Wicker Man. He says Jimmy Graham is gonna be what it finally takes for me to lose some weight. I gotta fit back in that jersey. You see, already people are getting healthier because Jimmy Graham is back with the Saints.
Right.
He's already healing. He's healing old wounds.
It's healing old wounds. I mean, it's just. Does anybody disagree with me? Like the vibes for this camp, the vibes for this offseason, this camp has been amazing.
No, we're totally fucked. We're going 3-14.
I mean, I'm ready to put Derek Carr in the Hall of Fame. So what could go wrong? Thomas, can you give us an update? How are we doing on donations?
Yeah.
Is Ralph closer to
not enough? Update. It's not enough.
Not nearly enough.
Start digging into your pockets, people.
Only at 20%. 20%.
Wow, come on.
He's gonna get away with it, guys. But thanks to Rage for 500 bits, for Budrich for almost 500 bits, and 2 donation messages. The first one is, I was more responsible for Jimmy Graham signing with the Saints. Him retweeting my video sealed
That's
it.
right, Budrich.
I showed the tweet. And also another donation message. Jimmy Graham took care of himself. He got a pilot license and was preparing to travel via sailing. And also thanks to Ranamok 504 for 500 bits.
Thank you. The Butterich is the greatest moment of your life. Jimmy Graham quote treating you on the X.
Like Dave and Junior. Same thing.
So donate so I can drink one of these 2 horrible things, especially the bombshell gin. That can be in honor of Oppenheimer.
Oh, fuck you, Andre Juge!
Fuck you, Andre.
5K bits! Almost there, guys.
Wow.
Hey, Tomas, check the timestamp on that soundbite.
Damn.
And
Andrew's dedicated. He wants you to suffer, Ralph.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, once it became chugging gin was a possibility, I could pass up donating to that.
And the MVP chooses the drink, so Andrew's in the lead right now.
Wow. You gotta get Andrew. It's all he's just.
There we go.
He's still bitter about me stealing his UDFA son from last year, and he probably wanted. I stole Orgy from him this year.
No, this is a great day. Jimmy's back. Yeah. We got an LSU player on the roster, Trey Turner. I feel under different circumstances, we would have spent like half an hour on Trey Turner. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's my final thing before we get to the bracket. The 2 guards, Kevin.
Yeah.
They signed these 2. They signed these 2 guards, and it doesn't have to do with health. And so, if it doesn't have to do with health, it means that their guards they have suck. Like one or the other. You got to pick a lane. So, which one is it? Are Ruiz?
Thank you, Run Amok.
are Ruiz and Pete, are they injured? Or are the Saints just worried they're going to be trash? Because they signed 2 guards today. And both of them, by the way, have a vast starting experience.
Isn't Penning still questionable?
Yes.
I mean,
Okay.
Dr. Thomas said those foot injuries that Liz Frank should be good to go. And if he's not, that's a problem.
Hang on a minute, brother. Let's see the guy actually play. So you got Ruiz, Pete, and Penning. Well, Penning's a tackle, but the point is we need, we got depth out the ass on wide receiver and tight end. It ain't going to matter if Derek Carr doesn't have the time to go through his progressions, find the open guy, and hit him in stride.
That's right.
So if you want to bring in more bodies, bring in the bodies. We should be using that clip from Animal House. We need the bodies. We need the bodies. That's the clip we should be using here. So whoever on the offensive line wants to come in and try out and get on the team for a couple of days, come on down. Bring your helmet, bring your pads. Let's take everybody. I don't care who ends up lining up on opening day, as long as it's not just people because of attrition. I hope
Josh Andrews,
whoever,
for example.
Yeah, I mean, shit. If it's Landon Young and Mark Evans II as your bookends on this team, then we're fucked. But
dude, don't you put that evil on us.
Whoever the starting 5 is, it's got to be because they're kicking ass throughout training camp and the preseason, and they don't have any of this injury nonsense with them. So I don't care if it's a journeyman veteran. I don't care if it's our guy Sal the Daddy. I don't care if it's my adopted son, Alex Pihlstrom. Whoever it is, I just want them to be the best and to give Derek Carr time. That's all. I want to call
him Alex Pillsbury so bad. I might end up doing that.
I'm going to eat more of my salad.
So, Thomas.
That's what she said.
You've been eating that salad for 40 since we started this podcast.
When I woke,
how's the chicken, Kevin? Did it come out good?
I mean, that's a big salad. This is like Seinfeld. You ordered the big salad.
Yeah.
But it's taking you a very long time to eat this. Do you eat this salad every night?
Four times a week.
Just grilled, just baked chicken on salad. What kind of dressing?
Like either Greek or a vinaigrette.
Okay.
Oh wow! How do you not have washboard abs by now, Kevin?
Brother, I'm 42 years old.
Talking to Hulk Hogan now.
I'm 42 years old, and here's the thing. I'm still in my Dave Cariello phase. I'm still occasionally eating
Starburst, nice.
Some candy.
Ooh, is that the berry? Is that the berry assortment? Very nice.
Fave Reds.
Fave Reds, yeah, that's the red. Yeah.
I'll give you a peek into my diet. I'm addicted to the new cold brew caramel M&Ms. I bought the family size yesterday.
Those are so good. I've had those.
Cold brew caramel M&Ms.
I have stopped buying them because they are so good. And
I'm not really an M&M guy, but those sound like I gotta try them.
I confirm that the caramel cold brew M&Ms are insane.
So, and I ate the whole family size bag. I bought it yesterday. It's gone.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say, Andrew. You know what I did this weekend? I played pickleball. Me and
here we go. Here we go.
How do you feel about pickleball?
We've had this.
Look, so pickle for me is like one of those things where I respect it in the sense that it's a great thing for someone who's not a very good athlete, or they've never played tennis in their life, and they want a gateway drug, or they're really old and they can't move around anymore. And they're just like past their prime. The hips won't allow them to play.
Dave, I'm gonna give you a little tip. I talk to Andrew damn near every day. I know when he's when I spit out a bad Saints take, and the Juge comes out. I get that like 4 times a week during the football season, sometimes twice a day. That's condescending Juge. It was dripping out of him. He hates pickleball. The totally hatred that he has for pickleball. He hates pickleball so much. The hatred. It's.
I mean,
flowing out of him
biggest
like
the biggest thing is like get your own freaking courts.
Well, no, we
did tennis real estate.
At my club they built 4 exclusive pickleball courts.
Yeah,
tennis elitist.
Not everyone is bougie enough, to have their own pickleball courts. They have to go to public courts that are tennis courts.
You are a member of a private tennis club, are you not?
George.
I am, yes.
Do you have pickleball courts?
We do.
Shut the fuck up, asshole.
Well, I'm
Talk
also
about glass houses.
Well, but I'm also a coach for a tennis team that plays on public courts, and we have to compete with pickleball players for those public courts, which is they're not pickleball courts. It's really annoying.
Well, anyway,
October says
we had fun. You nailed it. It's definitely for old unathletic people or young kids. But it is fun.
You fit right in, right? You fit.
Yeah.
It
was great. No, it was
a
great.
Match made in heaven.
I was
old
playing
fat people. You're like, hell yeah, this is great.
Well, I was playing my 11-year-old son, and like we were pretty much like evenly matched. It was like the first time we were playing, and he was making some shots. I was making some shots. I was like, okay, let's go. I'm gonna kick your ass, kid.
There we go.
But I will say, to bring it back to the Saints, though, Drew Brees is playing John McEnroe at the convention center. They're having like a pickleball fest thing here in New Orleans.
Oh my God,
that sounds
dude.
awful.
You got to fly down for that, man.
That sounds awful.
Scream. John McEnroe will scream at Drew Brees. That'll be fun. You cannot be serious.
For you tennis fans out there, I just saw that John McEnroe and his brother Patrick McEnroe, who also played on the Pro Tour, they're promoting a tennis match that's being played in the Serengeti, which is the first official tennis match exhibition to be played professionally ever in the Serengeti in Africa.
Wow.
That is going to be interesting to
it. So he's playing Breeze in New Orleans. That
is going to be interesting to a very select few of our listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, Breeze, I don't know if you guys knew this. Kevin told us earlier, broke this news to us that Jimmy Graham was a former basketball player. I don't know if you guys knew this. Drew Brees played Andy Roddick and beat Andy Roddick when he was a kid.
Yeah, beat Andy Roddick when he was
sick. Jimmy Graham sounds like an athlete. He sounds like more of a tennis player and less of a pickleball player.
Well, by the way, they said Jimmy Graham, his workout for the Saints was amazing. Like he was in incredible shape.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that.
Speaking of incredible shape, I just want to say real quick, Ralph, that I saw some pictures of Michael Thomas in the promo, and he looks looks like he's lost the gut.
Well, he went on that fasting diet, the
intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting.
He's on what's Activia?
He's on that Reggie Bush plan.
No water pills.
No caramel cold brew M&Ms after 6 p.m.
Plan B.
Anyway, wait. No, Ralph, I was going to say, I'm glad you mentioned that he had a good workout. I'm glad he's in good shape because you were comparing him to Plan B. You were comparing him to Benjamin Watson. Benjamin Watson was in peak physical condition. I've seen him many times with his shirt off
at all times
after a game.
Don't you mean Benjamin Watson?
Yes, I do. I mean, that dude was in incredible shape. So if Jimmy Graham is even half of that, I'll take it. But there's no way he's in the same shape as Ben Watson was even at 38.
Real quick before we move on to the next topic, I saw Chad M. mention Blue Chew.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you got. I've been getting spammed by Blue Chew with
and
ads
they're like real celebrities.
On Twitter.
Celebrities now
in insane amounts. And the most recent ad that I just keep seeing, and it's super annoying, is like this 19-year-old girl who's objectively beautiful, and she just keeps saying, "Guys, you really need Blue Chew." And I'm watching this, and I'm like, if you're dating this girl, number one, you're probably under 25, Number 2, you definitely don't need Blue Chew.
Oh, Ralph's pants just got tighter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
that was on call.
Like Blue Chew, like, what are you doing, man? Stop spamming me.
Come on.
The next topic. We've had many
Jesus
sponsors.
Christ.
Blue Chew was a fine sponsor for the show, and we're looking for more.
Welcome back anytime.
I will respect them when they start donating money to us again.
That's right.
We got to be close.
Blue
to the
Chew,
10,000.
we will do. Our viewers are loyal, and they will support anyone that sponsors us. Thomas, we got to get to the bracket. We got the final.
We
Saints
do.
Wait, how close are we
dumbest bracket.
to you taking a shot at gin? That's what I wanna know.
2,310.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
Thomas,
look,
we
guys,
need to get like an actual number counter thing on the cup.
I dropped 5,000 on.
There is
on
a counter
bits.
above the cup.
Where?
Dave.
Come on, people, help us
you
out.
think I can see that? You guys
70. We were 20. We're
Jimmy
20,
Graham's back. We need Ralph to take a shot at gin.
You can wait.
We're 2,200
Kevin,
bits away. 2,200 bits.
Kevin, did you get LASIK?
Now
No,
look at the arrows,
it's
man.
called-
It's pointing
Brother,
up.
it's called I'm on
No,
the
I know.
Discord, and I've got the screen with the pod pulled up,
So do
and I can see the little graph. Now,
Get on with the
granted,
times, old man, Dave. Come on, man.
now hang on. Now, granted, the number itself is on the graph,
Yeah,
so it
it's
is
tiny.
a little hard to see.
It's freaking
But
tiny.
I can still
it's
read
like
it.
tinier than a micro machine.
I can still read it.
Sounds like a you problem, Dave.
It really does. It really does.
It really does. So 2,200 bits.
Ralph, what's going on with your shirt? You look like Debbie Gibson in 1980. You got the off shoulder. What is going on?
Yeah, you're wearing a Dennis Allen shirt, Dave. You're one to talk.
Well, I'm wearing the Jimmy Graham jersey over it.
So Thomas, let's get to this bracket, and
very
people
hot
donate 2,200 bits. Go, Thomas. The final. We're the Saints' dumbest saint.
Yeah, maybe let me do a quick donation update, Ralph, before
Kevin's
move
doing
on.
an impression of me. I need glasses. I do need glasses.
So thanks to the Wicker Man for 200 bits, and also Ron Amok, and also Andrew for 5 key bits. Andrew is the
Am I
the
still the
MVP
champion?
leader
Yes,
for
of course.
for the first time. Yeah.
Let's go.
Ron Amok in the second place with 1 key bits. Okay, let's go to the bracket. Finally,
The bracket.
grande finale, Ralph.
That's right.
And the winner is.
The music is amazing.
Here we go, Chad M.
All right.
Oh, Butteridge coming through with 100. Chad,
We're getting close. We're getting close.
We're getting
Baldwin
close.
said Juge doesn't deserve the MVP.
Yeah,
Thanks
well,
to
I'm
Biloxi
getting it.
Blues
So
for
live
$5.
with it. I'm
All right,
getting
Ralph.
it, Butteridge. So
Ralph,
live
set the
with
table
it.
here. Set the table.
Oh,
Set
yeah.
the
So
table.
I was waiting for my son to announce it, but I guess I'm not. It's I gotta read the thing, Thomas.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what, Ralph? I tell you what, I'll do it.
You do it,
It
Kevin.
was total chalk here. It was total chalk. I mean, we have the 1 seed against the 7 seed. Absolute chalk here in this tournament. John Meekum, the 7 seed, chalked his way through, beat the 10 seed, like we said, chalk, beat the 2 seed, like we said, chalk, beat the 6 seed in the semis, chalk. So we got John Meekum in one end. We got Junior Gillette, the 1. You know, he lucked out against McPherson, lucked out against Keith
Disgusting.
Poole,
I hate
barely
you.
escaped
I hate all of
Albert Connell, and somehow the 1 seed finds his way into the Grand Championship. So, of course, there we go. Thank you, Chad M., for 100 bits.
The disrespect.
As I take off my glasses here, and now I can't read anything anymore. What is that, Jim Franks? Oh, I'm sorry, that's Jim Finks, because I have working eyes, Dave!
No, I can read this. This is fine. I mean, the thing in the bar is ridiculously small.
So we got Junior Gillette,
Junior Gillette and John Meekum.
belt champion
Small
against
like you know
John
what, Dave.
Meekum.
John Meekum.
All right, so who's voting for who?
I'm voting.
Wait, the first matchup. Let's announce the grand final.
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
We were waiting for that.
Jesus.
No respect
Let's
for your
meet our
kid, Ralph.
finalists. Junior Gillette versus John Meekum.
Thomas Thomas, you should have done that 4 minutes ago. God damn it.
Oh, that didn't sound like your kid, Ralph. That sounded like a way more attractive and a cuter and more well-behaved child.
My son.
That sounded like your kid mixed with your cat.
Why do all of these sound like whoever? I don't care whose kid it is, but why does it sound like you guys woke them up in the middle of the goddamn night and put a tape recorder to their mouth?
To the face. Take the gin to the
immediately. Say this or else
we
don't love you.
Can we get the breaking news siren? Ralph is taking gin to the face.
Oh man. Fucking shit.
That is the siren. Is the train horn?
Yeah.
Fucking Juge Empire.
Wait. So I get to pick, right? I'm the winner. I get to pick.
You do. You are the MVP.
He knows you want the gin. He knows you want
you're
the gin.
going gin, Ralph. You're going gin.
You're going bombshell gin. So
going no doubt gin.
I'm going Junior Galette, and then I'm going gin. How about that?
I want to just say that who sent us over the top here was my dad, and so basically the Juge Empire is just
funded it.
It's just funneling cash.
This was a Juge Anthony orgy.
I'm scared. I don't like gin at all. I'm scared of this.
Should be, man. That's the point of it. Oh no, it lagged! What the hell? You have to drink it again.
No, whatever.
Keep your head up, Ralph. Head up.
Yeah.
Head up.
Let us see your face.
Head up.
If that shirt was...
Jesus Christ, his neck looks like bad pepperoni. Good God, how much sun are you getting back there? Put some SPF on there.
4 days a week. It's 4 days a week at soccer.
Ralph, is that the worst shot you've had, gin?
Well, Ralph's got a bad arm. Ralph's got a bad arm, so he can only apply the sunscreen to half his body.
The sun never sets on the Booge Empire.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Jimmy Graham. We're gonna be nostalgic, and whenever we have a big Saints podcast and we're all having fun and good times, it always devolves into let's just insult the cripple. That's what it always devolves.
How was the gin, Ralph? Was it the worst yet?
It was to replay.
His shirt's even farther off of his shoulder now. It's getting, he's going from Debbie Gibson to Madonna.
When's your cosmopolitan spread?
He's got like,
23
is that like
please your man.
Is that like a scoop neck Astro shirt? What is that?
No, it's a Lyndon Johnson library shirt.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Sounds about freaking right. Holy shit.
That's like it fits like the sleep shirt my daughter wears, it's like an adult large.
What? You live to a Zoom office at 35,000 feet and you want to show a little skin. Hit up the LBJ collection.
Somebody mowing my lawn.
My ribs are hurting. I'm laughing so hard right now.
Hold on. I think somebody's mowing my lawn. Hold on.
The chat is just being incredibly cruel to me. October says it doesn't matter what else y'all talk about. I'm happy now. He drank the gin.
Oh.
Something never sets. Run amok 504. I just want to say we got a lot of people that are listening to this show that aren't patrons and aren't on the live stream. But if you like the show, donate, man. We have more fun than anybody. We need the support. We got to pay Thomas and the meats and cheeses. We got to keep it together. So I just want to say. That Jude.
All right, so who? Let's go back. Who are we voting for? Meekum or Jimmy Graham? Sorry, Junior Galette.
I want to vote Galette.
Nobody's mowing my lawn. I don't know. It sounded.
But I hate John Meekum so much because he was so bad, and he almost moved the Saints. But that's not dumb. Junior Galette was just dumb.
Oh, Meekum was dumb.
Yeah, but he. Well, I guess you can't you can't lose money with NFL teams. So I guess, yeah, it's hard. It's a hard one, but I feel like.
Oh, it's not a lawnmower. It's the mosquito truck that's driving by and spraying. That's what that is. Okay.
Thank you for clarifying.
I'm going Meek. No, Andrew, you convinced me. I'm going Meekum because he got fleeced by Baltimore.
Yeah, okay. You touched the wire, so
great job, Ralph.
You can stop talking now because you touched the wire.
I didn't touch anything. I didn't touch anything.
Well, then your internet sucks.
That's right,
I'm voting for
You
Gillette.
touch your Wi-Fi.
I'm voting for Gillette because at the end of the day, like, he just pisses me off more when I look at his face. When I look at these two faces, I look at Gillette and I'm like, why did we give that guy money? Why was he on the Saints? Why did he represent the city? Gillette was the worst. He was the worst. He was a terrible teammate. He disparaged guys that won the Super Bowl. Do you remember when he threw shade at Vilma and Will Smith, RIP, and Zach Strief? He disrespected all these guys that played before him, all while turning in a resume that was part of the worst defense in NFL history. All right? And maybe it's recency bias, but I'm going with Gillette.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin.
Oh, no.
What say you?
Well, shit. Okay, so Ralph went Meekum.
Meekum never disrespected the Super Bowl winners. Just saying.
Juge went Gillette. I can go if you want. I don't really know. To be honest with you, I'm on the fence because, look, Junior Gillette, like, in terms of, like, dumb, like, yeah, probably, like, in the...
Gillette made you, Dave. He made you. He made you, man.
I'm taking that out of the equation. I'm going to be impartial here. And I mean, like, in terms of, like, the dictionary definition of dumb, like, Junior Gillette is probably more dumb. Like, John Meekum is more inept or unqualified, or I don't know. But the other issue for me, though, is like John Meekum, he controlled the team for so many years and he was responsible for just like so much, so many years of terribleness. And
yeah, but like back then, New Orleans was happy to have a team. It was fine. They were satisfied with that.
I'm gonna go.
I mean,
I'm gonna go with Meekum.
Wow, Kevin, what say you?
I'm surprised myself.
The party crasher.
Hold on.
What betrayal.
What are we doing in the event of a tie?
The patrons are voting, and Thomas is going to put a poll up.
Thomas, just in case,
get it ready.
Poll ready to go.
Yeah.
Start typing it up.
All right,
Kevin, go.
I will.
So when we started this,
and like make it somewhat fast.
So when we started the discussion on this, it's like I wanted to hear everybody go before me because to me it felt so evenly matched. But when we started, I was given that little bit of a affirmed Ali Dar type lead to John Meekum.
Oh my God, here we go.
But then,
Jesus Christ!
I wish you could have seen Ralph's face. He rolled his eyes like Barbie.
But then the barrister, the barrister of Bouge himself, came in with a very compelling argument for Junior Gillette, for the one true JG in Saints history.
The barrister of Bouge, son of the bougie barrister.
Yes. So Ralph was so disgusted he left.
His screen became a cat. His screen became a cat.
His cat took over.
I knew Kevin was going to take forever, so I had a lot of time.
So I am going to select Junior Gillette with my vote.
Aye.
Hey,
here we go.
Here's the thing. When you think of Junior Gillette, the first quote that comes into my mind is "Cut the check, Mickey." When I think of John Meekum, I don't have a quote that comes into my mind.
Well, that's because John Meekum didn't have Twitter.
That's right.
Cut the check, Mickey.
All right, so that's it.
Vote,
it's up to
vote.
the
Hey,
patrons.
when you guys
What
vote in
is
the
it?
poll,
This whole thing.
I want to ask yourself the question: what does "cut the check, Mickey" mean to you?
Okay, I'll say this in defense of John Meekum. I'll say this: if John Meekum wasn't there, how sooner would the Saints maybe have been more relevant in the NFL?
They could have been owned by anyone. They'd have been more relevant. Like John Meekum. John Meekum was so terrible. He was 26 when he owned the Saints.
That's great. That's wild. To me. I mean,
All right, Thomas, you putting the poll up?
I did. People didn't vote, man. They didn't want to vote. It was 3-1.
Put it back up. It's time to vote
It was
now.
3-1. People.
No,
people
pick a winner.
We need more votes than 4.
And let
we need
people
like
know
10
they
as a
have to
quorum.
vote.
We need like 10 to make a quorum.
Yes.
So this is a draw. Who voted for
No,
Meekum?
you're putting the poll back up, and we need at least 10 votes to make a decision.
I mean, people said who they wanted to vote in the chat.
No,
man.
put it back up. You got to put it back
The poll
up.
was up for 10 seconds.
The poll was up.
Put the poll back up. Everybody, if you're in the chat,
Junior at end of discussion.
There's 40-something people in this chat, so it should not take.
That's right.
Although I can't see the poll. Where do I see the poll?
if you're in the chat, please make the vote, Junior or Meekum.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. Dun 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 dun.
There it is.
Oh, there we go. It's moving now. We're already at 7.
It's moving.
Where we go? 9. We're already at 9. And it's 5-4, Junior over Meekum. So if you haven't voted,
This is so it's 5-5. This is tight.
Now we got it. How long do we leave it open?
1 minute.
Oh, it's over
1 minute.
Oh no, Gillette. It's
Junior's
8-5
pulling away.
Gillette.
Junior's pulling away.
Come on, Meekum.
Polling.
Come on.
The polling. Your local polling station will close in 1 minute.
Oh,
You're
another
in
one for
line,
Junior.
stay in
Another one
line.
for Junior. Oh, Junior's got a 6. Oh, this
Junior's
is
pulling
becoming a
away.
bloodbath.
Junior's
All right,
pulling away.
Junior.
We're
All right,
it's
it's
Junior.
31 now.
All right, it's
And
Junior.
you logged into his alt accounts. That's not fair.
Clown
And
is
the winner is
Crown his ass, Thomas.
It's Junior Gillette's burner accounts voting for Junior. This is what's
Crown
happening.
his ass, Thomas. Crown his ass.
All right, Junior one.
Already? Okay.
So, do it. Make it official.
and the dumbest thing is Junior Gillette.
There you go. Congratulations, Junior.
That kid sounds very intelligent.
He does.
And
I have to say,
way cuter than your son.
this bracket,
Jesus.
this bracket,
Yikes. Yikes.
wasn't our best, but we wrapped it up just at the right time.
I thought this was pretty good.
I mean, the Jim Mora bracket is. We might need to redo the Jim Mora bracket
I kind of want to redo it.
with Thomas.
Right.
We could do. Well, Thomas, were you around for the Jim Mora bracket?
Nope.
No. See, we need Thomas for the Jim Mora. We'll do it. We do the Jim Mora
usually
bracket.
was my
Surprises me. We actually were organized enough to have our own sound bites for each.
We did for Jim Mora. I did it.
That's
Was it on?
surprising.
I think it was. Was it on Skype?
The Wire Master.
Hey Ralph, when do we make our special announcement? Is that next week?
Oh yeah, we got to wait till the 30th to make the special announcement. And this is the thing. We have special announcement coming, and all I can say is if you're on the fence about being a patron, you want to be a patron because the patrons are going to get a kick-ass benefit. And it's going to be worth your $7, your $10 a month. Do it. I'm just saying. We this year we got so much fun stuff. We got so much fun stuff cooking. I got my wife the other day. She went on YouTube and she said, "Why don't y'all have sponsors? I can sell anything, even your piece of crap podcast. I'll get you sponsors." So she's like motivated to get us sponsors.
Silly, let's go, silly.
Is it just me, or is the gin kicking in?
It's a gin kicking in.
I feel like it's
yeah, of course. Ralph's showing a little shoulder
Ralph's face, and he's like,
Again,
It's the double extra large tall shirt that he's pulling it off more. By the way, I can't believe none of us have mentioned this, but I'm glad, Ralph, that you brought the Jimmy Graham fathead back out of the basement.
I did.
And
I got
put it on the wall.
Octoberisk. Yes, I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's go Panthers. Road trip. Let's freaking do it.
Let's do it. All right, Thomas. What's next on the what's next on the agenda? What's next on the agenda is the love update.
Look at his eyes. He's wasted. He's totally.
I haven't eaten.
It's your fault, Andrew. It's your fault,
You
man.
look a little weak in the knees, Ralph.
And he's leaning forward.
I am. I haven't eaten. I haven't eaten today.
You look a little weak in your good arm.
Right. It is. The only thing I had to eat today.
How do we get him to drink another one? Is it another 5,000 and then we're good?
No, the only thing I had to eat today, Andrew.
I'll figure this out. I will donate.
Go ahead and shoot the bourbon. Can you do that for us?
No. The only thing I had to eat today was a bougie Pop-Tart, legendary. It's a $3.50 pop. It's a $3.50 Pop-Tart. That's the only
Why wouldn't
thing.
you eat? Why are you being interrupted?
I had meetings all day. I had to take my kid to soccer, and then I came back, set up for the podcast.
Is that where you get all that sun? Is that where you got those liver spots?
Yeah. I got, it's not liver spots, Dave. It's giant freckles, not liver spots. It's not cancer. Let's hope.
Have you been to a skin doctor, a dermatologist?
No, I haven't.
Getting yourself checked out.
You should consider going to a dermatologist, my man.
Do that.
We need a dermatology tier. Thomas, put that on the list of to-do.
Mandy is coming to your defense, Ralph. She
That's right.
She's
Thank
already
you.
been through enough.
He suffered through the gin. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you. So, Kevin.
Andy, don't coddle him.
Kevin, we got a love update.
Yes, we do.
We requested it, so give it to
My
us.
son's going to bed. He brought me beef jerky.
Pan flute? What did he bring you?
Leftover beef jerky.
So-
By the way,
so
when I
what-
walked outside, my son was like, he saw me wearing the jersey. He said, who's that? Who's on the radio? I'm like, Jimmy Graham. He's like, who's that? And he's like, I said, you'll see, son. You will see. This is it. Just give me one game, Jimmy. Give me one game.
Well, I texted my son as soon as it happened. I said, we signed Jimmy Graham, and he wrote back, W-U-T.
Question
What?
mark? Did he say no cap? No cap?
No cap.
Wait, no cap? We signed Jimmy Graham? I'm rizzed up. I'm all rizzed up.
Oh, dude, Biloxi Blues says you need to change. You need to change the Streif graphic on the screen to one of Jimmy Graham dunking over the goal.
I think we should do that. I agree with that.
Thomas,
Thomas, make that happen. Get Zach out of there. Jimmy dunking on the goalpost. Let's.
I'm gonna clip it and send it to Zach.
So Kevin, give us a love update. I hope it's positive. I hope that 10 that you've been dating, that you tricked her into marrying you.
I hope you're going to be a dad.
Okay. So, well, you put me in a bad spot here.
What is the name, by the way? Do we have a
No.
Chad said that ended.
That ended.
Yeah. That. No. It is good news, and the good news is that it ended.
Oh, okay.
It ended over the weekend.
Oh my god!
It ended over the weekend. She came over on Saturday. We were going to go out to a Greek place, and we started talking.
My big sad Greek breakup.
Somehow it ended up with, "Hey, I'm just not feeling it. There's something missing."
Who said that? Who said that? You
me.
or her? Oh.
Me.
Oh wow.
So I said there's something not missing, and I kind of danced around it because I have a bad problem with confrontation, and I hate breaking up with people because being broken up with sucks.
Stop BSing the people in this country.
Right, Dusty, I agree. But I tried to start the ball rolling on it, and she picked it up a little bit. So
and you're
it
fun buddies
ultimately
now.
No.
Wow.
Nope. No, because we were not not
then you went back
compatible.
to your other F buddy because you
We were not compatible in that way.
Fuck each other next.
Wait, so this is Plan B girl, correct?
Yeah,
Thomas has a soundbite for every occasion.
Thank God she wasn't pregnant.
Yeah.
You keep on kissing babies and hugging fat girls.
So, thank you, Batista. We got everybody from the wrestling world out here for this one. So,
oh my God.
I think what ended up happening was the pregnancy scare. Like, I got very calm and very rational, and then I suddenly got very attached because I wanted to make sure if this woman's pregnant, I got to be here. And then when it turned out she wasn't pregnant, I still wanted to like go out on dates to try and really give it a chance. When in hindsight, I was done a month in.
Wow.
I was done a month in. And I hung around.
I just saw Chad M's comment in the chat, and I gotta say, I've never felt like a bigger asshole in my life. I'm sorry.
Someone read it.
I can't.
That. She ain't
but
listening.
You're right. That's terrible. That is absolutely.
She
terrible.
ain't listening to this thing. And that's another reason why I'm not dropping her name on this thing. I'm trying to keep some dignity or anonymity for this woman.
I'm glad the chat turned their attention from me to Kevin. That was nice of you, everyone in the chat.
Hey, fuck him, man. She wasn't worthy, man. Come on.
So here's the kick. We basically, I don't even want to call it break up because we were only dating for like 2 months and we never had a conversation until Saturday. So then when we had the conversation, it was like, I'm not feeling it. Something's not there. She then started to realize things she wasn't keen on. Like, for whatever reason, she didn't like sleeping in my bed. I didn't like sleeping in her bed.
He wasn't a big fan of a man who bakes chicken and then makes his own salad with chicken on it.
Right. I don't know why, but so we agree to stop seeing
just a bunch of horseshit.
Each other. And then we go to the restaurant. We go to the Greek place anyway.
That must have been awkward.
It was maybe 5% awkward at the start.
That sounds like as good an idea as me trying to juggle. Kevin Jr. on the
way. So we go there, and we're both kind of just like laughing at how silly it is that we're doing this. And then by the end, like she started to be a little bit more hostile. And then the ride back, she didn't say a goddamn word to me. She had to come back.
Upset. She was disappointed.
She wasn't disappointed, man.
You don't know. Yeah, I think she was.
Brother, she was not disappointed. I'm telling you, she was not disappointed.
Then why did she not speak?
I have no problem. I don't know. I don't know.
Because she was disappointed. You're wrong.
No, Kevin,
you misread that.
You may be reading this wrong, Kevin.
Yeah.
What? Well,
whatever.
I think you broke her heart, bro.
She got about 8 free dinners. She got 8 consecutive free dinners.
8 consecutive
out of me.
She fleeced you, man. She fleeced you.
Oh man, you can't.
I got John Meekum'd here. I John Meekum'd myself.
Got fleeced.
So
you could have.
So you admit Meekum should have been number one.
No. So
you broke that woman's heart.
Coming back into my house to get her big purse that she left, and then she just like got her shit.
Was it like a designer purse, or just like a big purse?
It was
just a big purse, and then didn't tell me anything, like didn't say anything, and then just left. I think she might have muttered bye, and then that was it. But it's like, no, don't give me this she felt rejected shit, because she started to say a whole bunch of things that she wasn't fond of about me, like, oh, you're not adventurous, or oh, you don't want to do this or that. And here's the thing. I let her go on with that. Let her have that. She should have that. When somebody is like going
until she said your mock drafts were terrible. Then you
Kevin
drew
said,
the line. Then you drew the line.
A bridge too far.
A bridge too far. That's right.
Wait, you said what?
You're telling me not to draft that guy from Charlotte University? What? Piss off.
Trade up? Get the.
So, it was. We were not compatible.
Like a
we were
small
not
baby.
compatible ultimately, and that
ended.
That's what mattered.
Mandy
Not
says
compatible.
a big purse is unnecessary. As a woman, she says a big purse is unnecessary. Thank you, Mandy.
But a Birkin.
Well,
Thank
for
you,
all
Mandy.
of us that are married, I'm looking at you, Dave. I'm looking at you, Ralph.
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself here, and many of our listeners.
That's me.
When you ever question the commitment that you made, this could be your life. All right. So maybe look inside yourself, take stock in what you have, and maybe
Kevin, you know what would have made everything better?
What?
Bombshell gin.
I was going to
tell you what.
say throat coat.
Well, throat coat might have helped. Throat coat might have helped a long time ago. Dave, when I told everybody, I told Ralph and Dave and Juge over the week, like Sunday, it was either Sunday night or Monday morning that it ended. Dave responded to me, Kevin, have you ever considered that you're the problem? Have you ever considered that you're the one to blame?
Asshole.
That's right.
And let me tell you something, Dave. Let me tell you something. Ever since you said that to me, I've had that goddamn Taylor Swift song, Anti-Hero, stuck in my head, echoing, bouncing around in this dome here like a bad game of Pong, where it's just like, hi, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me, and all this stuff just going back and forth in here, thanks to you. And then I started thinking, well, hey, is Taylor Swift single? Maybe I can date her. Maybe I can get a song written about me. Maybe she can win a Grammy off of my ass. That would be great for everybody. It'd be win-win.
I don't think Taylor Swift is going to date you, Kevin.
You don't know that.
What, am I not adventurous?
Yeah, you're not adventurous enough.
I mean...
Not adventurous outside.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about all this,
you need to get some more freckles like Ralph.
Although,
looking at the two of you in the quad box here with you directly below Ralph, you do look ghostly white compared to Ralph's peachy complexion.
The funniest thing about all this is, if you guys don't think Thomas is the perfect producer for this show and knows us better than we know ourselves,
no, he's perfect.
He DM'd me on Discord when we're setting up the show for today. He said, "This might be the longest fucking show we ever had."
I told you, man.
At 9 o'clock in the morning, he told me
Let's keep moving.
As soon as Jimmy Graham got
And
signed,
we removed one topic, man. And we removed one topic.
We were moving topics like kidneys.
Jimmy, hey, hold on a second. Jimmy Graham, seriously, like, no joking.
We're going back
open invitation. Please come on this show.
Yes.
We would love to have you, and just know that it's not gonna be any bullshit. It's gonna be all love. And
Jimmy,
you
I have
come on here.
We can be serious when we need to.
We're not going to be serious. No, we're not going to be serious.
Jimmy, I have a great idea.
We're going to bullshit with you, and you're going to fucking love it.
Jimmy, I have a great idea.
We are the best podcast in the state of
Bye-week for the Saints. We all pile into your plane.
No, I'm not getting.
And we do a live podcast. We do a live podcast from the air in your plane.
Well, Jimmy, I'm the only one.
I'll get in Jimmy Graham's plane if I die.
I'm the only one that lives in Louisiana, Jimmy. So it might need to be me.
I'll fly in.
I'll fly to Jimmy's plane and then let Jimmy pilot me the rest of the way home.
Thomas, get us to trivia. Budrich is nice enough to do the trivia every week. And by the way, Budrich, if this trivia is mean and difficult, I'm going to hate you forever.
Is it Jimmy Graham trivia?
Jimmy, it better be Jimmy Graham themed.
It's either Jimmy Graham trivia or gin trivia. Either way.
Whatever. What is the trivia, Thomas?
All right, trivia brought to you by Budrich, as always. In 2003, Saints switched fields mid-season from AstroTurf to artificial turf. What was the last team they played in the 2003 season on AstroTurf.
That was during the infancy of my Saints fandom.
That's Hazlitt era.
Yeah, that was in the infancy of my Saints fandom, though. So
man,
I wouldn't know that one.
That's so hard.
I'll take a guess. I'll just say Falcons, just since the odds are higher.
I'm gonna look, and whatever mid-season loss is horrific.
No, you can't look. That's cheating.
I'm just gonna look
openly cheating.
You can't.
I'm openly cheating. I'm gonna say it was.
Wait, you're looking at the schedule?
Tampa Bay. I don't even know. Week 14, Tampa Bay.
You looked at the schedule.
Mid-season. That's 2 weeks before the season.
Wait, did you look at the schedule, Ralph?
Yeah, I looked at the schedule.
Okay, Ralph is disqualified.
Okay, no, he's not. Let him stick with 14.
Okay. Let me help you guys. Let me help you. Teams they played in 2003 at home: Texans, Colts, Panthers, Bucks, Falcons, Giants, Cowboys, and Bears.
So the Bears or Carolina would be right in the middle.
I'll go Colts. I have
Bears.
no idea. This question is crazy.
Bears.
I'll go Colts.
I'll go Bears. I'll go Bears with Kevin. Dave.
You said Bucks, dude.
I said Bucks. I cheated. All right, I say Bucks.
You don't get Kevin's choice.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, let him cheat because he was going to cheat and still lose. Like, you could have just let him walk into
Stick
his
with your
own
cheating ass bullshit pick.
His own trap.
Like, I don't know why you would.
All right, so I went Colts. Kevin went
said
what?
The Falcons from the beginning. I'm just going with the
Falcons. All right. What's the answer?
All right, let's see the answer, then, gentlemen.
Way to go, cheating, Ralph. You lost anyway. Answer, we were all wrong. Answer.
Wow.
Is there any way, Thomas and/or Butterich, that you can check how many injuries happened in that game? Like
all the injuries,
knee or blown out knees or anything.
People probably
like that.
died.
I'm just curious if, like, right on the heels of switching to a new surface, someone was like, "Why did you change things? Now I blew out my knee," kind of thing.
You blew it.
You blew it.
So this game would have been October 26th. Saints lost 23-20.
Wow. It was a Jake. No, that would have been.
Let me see.
Yeah, Jake Delhomme beat us, right?
You blew it! Kevin, there's a young lady in our chat that she's a Saints fan, so you already have something in common. Maybe she's someone.
No.
Her boyfriend is also in the chat, man.
No.
Kevin has a history with our.
Is that true? We have boyfriends and girlfriends in the chat.
No, we can't have. Kevin disappoints the patrons enough daily. He can't take it to the next level.
You know what? If her boyfriend is a fan enough to be in our live chat during our show, he's a big fan. Surely, maybe he wants to let it. No, never mind.
Oh, well,
No. We're not bringing. We're not bringing Momo into the Saints podcast.
Don't be rude to Mandy Momo. No,
Kevin, can you tell us about this Saints Panthers game in 2000?
Yeah, I was about to look that up prior to Dave suggesting I cuck somebody's girlfriend or cuck somebody here. So let's see.
These are the best podcast, kids. This is why you pay out.
I thought my blue chew
I've never
comments.
seen a relationship advance that quickly in my entire life.
It's the joke.
I don't even know why you have these. Like, I don't even know why you would have that soundbite queued up and ready to go. Like in what situation? I guess.
Just in case.
That was under the Kevin heading. That was under the Kevin file.
Yeah.
When Trump was president, they used to have a joke that there was a tweet for everything because Trump would tweet 100 times a day. Thomas is like,
tread lightly.
Thomas is like that. He has a sound bite for every occasion because that's why he's the best. He has every possible bullet needed. Thomas just is ready to go.
All right, Kevin, do you have it pulled up, the box score?
The box score, yes. Hang on. So the box score I've got, that is Aaron Brooks, 20 of 33 for 187 yards,
Ugh.
2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 83.8 quarterback rating.
That's very Brooksy.
There was another Saint.
Stanley Brooksy.
There was another Saint. Well, Who Dat Juge just got it, so never mind. Joe Horn completed his one pass for 14 yards, finished with a 118.8 quarterback rating.
Who did he throw that pass to?
Wow, they're getting.
I don't know that
on offense.
Zach
Back in
Strief.
2003, huh?
We're getting wild.
Jake Delhomme. Jake Delhomme, 12 of 27.
Zach Strief, we have it on the screen, man.
For 148 yards.
Yeah,
no touchdowns, no picks, 62 rating.
That's not a very good game.
Wow.
Yeah, they won because Steven Davis had 31 carries for 178 yards.
Of course he did.
And 2 touchdowns. And their leading receiver, Steve Smith, had 9 catches for 100 yards.
All-time Saints
killer.
They only completed 3 other passes to 3 different players.
Who
Chris
were they?
Mangum, Steven Davis, and Ricky Prohl.
Wow. God.
Freaking Ricky Prohl. God.
Hazlitt.
I'm going to go throw up in the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Hazlitt years aged me. Thomas, take it to the top.
That's how he got all those freckles on his back.
That's right. Take it to the top.
No QB hits.
No QB. And I want to remind people, send us questions through the Discord. If you're a patron, we have a Discord channel dedicated to podcast questions, and we have the Nerd Hate channel. Whatever you send us, it is our solemn commitment to you that we will use your question or funny comment as content for this podcast. Me and Kevin will do a special mailbag. We'll do a Twitter reaction. We'll get to it. We promise. We love you guys. Keep sending them in. Thomas, what you got?
All right. First question from Saints Rabbit. As always, tons of questions from Saints Rabbit. Shout out to him. Shocker.
He's the best.
After Arizona, which team do you all predict will have the worst record next season?
Why do we think Arizona is going to be the worst?
I mean, they don't have Kyler Murray. Their team sucks. They traded away a bunch of people. They cut a bunch of people.
He's good at Call of Duty, though.
I'm going to say this. I know a lot of people think Tampa is going to be better because they change offensive coordinators, but Tampa potentially is going to be unwatchable. Like they are a sleeper for the number 1 pick. So
it won't be. I'll tell you this: it won't be the Texans.
No, it won't be.
I will go out and I will say it'll be the Raiders.
Ooh, that's
or Washington.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Gave you one from AFC and one from NFC.
I'll say Panthers.
Kevin.
I'll say Panthers.
Ooh, that could be fun.
Yeah, they could be sneaky terrible. Yeah.
Bryce Young got hurt, right?
Even if Bryce Young got
hurt. Yeah, he doesn't get hurt.
Andy Dalton ain't winning games. Just saying.
All right.
I don't know. What about the Bears? Like Justin Fields? Maybe he's terrible.
He ain't going to be 3-14 terrible, or even 4-13 terrible.
That'd be fun.
Next question.
Patriots?
Oh, that would be amazing.
All right. Next question. Next question from the Wicker Man, who was in the chat earlier, I think. What's more likely this year? Jimmy Graham learns how to block for the Saints, or the big fish, Adam Troutman, learns how to do anything well but block for the Broncos?
See, none of the above.
And who has the better year?
I'm more likely not to touch the wire ever again than both.
Jimmy Graham has the best chance of having a better year. I don't think that's without a question. Wait, is Troutman still on this roster?
No, Troutman is traded him to Denver.
That's what I was. Okay, no, I'm just making sure. No, I that's what I thought. I'm just confirming because I was like, wait a minute, he's not still on this roster. But yeah, no, he's gonna. Yeah, he sucks, dude. He sucks.
Add Adam Troutman to the list of tight ends that get traded away that eventually come back once they realize how much worse it is elsewhere.
I'm not a big fish guy. So I'll say Troutman. Has a better quote unquote year, like better numbers, but Jimmy will actually get on the field and block for at least not one, but 2 plays.
Stop.
Noticeable blocks.
All right.
From Jimmy Graham.
You know what? I'm gonna draw a line in the sand here. I'm gonna make this bet. You guys can decide what you want to do to me if this doesn't happen.
Okay, can we ISO that sound?
Yes. Jimmy Graham, more touchdowns than Adam Troutman this season.
I'll take things I'd rather hear from my wife for 500 hours.
More touchdowns for Jimmy Graham than Adam Troutman this season. If that doesn't happen, you guys get to pick what happens to me.
Okay, Jimmy Graham, more TDs than Adam Troutman.
Bullshit.
Yeah. If it does happen,
what
I get to make all of you drink a shot of gin.
Wow.
Okay. All right. I'll take that.
If it does happen, if Troutman has more touchdowns than Graham.
You probably should go ahead, Dave, right now and save that in your phone. You know how you do the calendar thing?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that right now.
All right.
That's right.
Don't worry, Andrew, I have it saved.
Yeah. What date do we want to put it in there for?
You're not getting away with this, man.
End of the season, like New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve. That's fine.
Yeah.
Next question.
All right. Final question of the show is what is the Saints football equivalent to Ralph touching the microphone cable? That's by Joey P.
Rob Ryan being the defensive coordinator.
No, because Rob Ryan had the great 2013. The touching the wire has never produced anything as good as 2013.
Well, where I was going with that was that you have good moments as a host. There's been times where we thought, could this be true? Could Ralph be the greatest host of all time in podcasting history? Is Ralph actually entertaining? Is he great? Oh shit, he just touched the wire again. And then as time went on, he just touched the wire more and more and more until you were like, yeah, you know, the whole like coming to Miss May thing and drinking with the fans, like we're less and less enchanted. We just want you out of here. So
yeah, not all the
Rob Ryan.
Like all of the blank screens with a kitty cat on them aren't going to save you, you know. So it's just like
And your brother has a foot fetish, you know, so that's weird too.
What the hell is going on with Ralph's video? What the F is going on? He's been in and out for the last 10 minutes.
His cat took over, man.
Yeah, I know. I put it on the calendar January 1st. Who has
maybe
more
he's
touchdowns?
puking. Maybe he's puking.
Troutman.
Is there any chance that it's an internet problem for Ralph today and not a wire touching thing?
Oh, it's
it is, but not right now.
The video, the video issues are an internet problem, I think.
Yeah.
The audio issues are him touching the wire.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right. We got any other questions?
No, that was the final question.
No, that was only 3. We only do 3.
Well, am I back? Am I back?
Yeah,
barely.
No, we can hear you.
You tell us, man.
Well, I don't know. My internet is the only thing worse than me touching the wire is my internet tonight. So y'all say mean things about me when I was gone?
Yes. Affirmative.
In the meantime, thanks to Ranamok for 100 bits, and he said Rick Astley Esquire trolling off us all with headphones. Thanks, man.
So Thomas, give us a recap of all the people who donate tonight graciously, and I will. This is the final straw. I have
and
to
make sure when you mention who donated, make sure you pay extra special attention to the winner. Stroke his ego, make him feel really good, and tell everyone how great he is.
I don't think you can be the winner, Andrew. I don't think that's fair to our listeners. to take away the chance to be on the show because you are already on the show.
Hey, if you come, you best come hard. Listeners, it's time. You step it up. If you don't have, come on.
You want to come on the show, you better beat me in the donations.
Yeah. I'm in.
That's right.
Yeah, we had nine different supporters of this show. We reached the goal for the third week.
What we need to do a poll, Thomas. What are patrons' favorite camera?
No.
The good camera, the bad camera, or the cat, or the cat.
Listen. No. Just Tomas, read who donated.
Jesus.
Forget Ralph is talking. Let's power through.
Let's plow
like Mike Carney back in the 229 season.
God.
Oh, Mike Carney reference. I'm going to text him right now, Kevin, and say that you referenced him.
Wow.
I love Mike Carney. Tell him I said hello.
Wow.
I will.
Thomas, I hope you put a star next to this one and submit it for awards because this one was a winner tonight. It had everything.
I know. Judges love it when you are drunk, man.
That's right.
Thanks to the Waker Man, Biloxi Blues, to Rage, to Jason Champagne, to Budrich, to Run Amok, to Ralph's Cat, to Chadam, to Andrew's Dad, and the MVP, which is...
Fuck you, Andre George.
Love it. Love to hear it.
5K bits. 5K bits.
Good job.
The best.
Good job.
Applause for you.
The best.
Tomas, what weather pattern never occurs?
What's a weather pattern?
A weather pattern.
A weather?
Yeah.
What
weather
celestial event never occurs when Andrew Juge is present?
I don't know, man.
A sunset?
Sure.
You're supposed to be the primo.
Okay.
The sun never sets on the Juge Empire.
Even the
there we go.
Even the drunk cripple could see that fastball coming down the middle. Come on.
Oh my God. Can we please get an American producer?
No. They cost Dave, they cost too much.
They want actual monies and not meats and cheeses.
That's right. That's right. So, guys,
why is
thanks
that quality
for listening.
so terrible? It does not sound like that on my phone.
Get him, Thomas. Thanks for listening and supporting Saints Happy Hour, everybody. Please go to saintshappyhour.com if you have stayed to the end of this award-winning show. Become a patron.
Me it's time to come help.
Become a patron and support the show. We can't do it.
We
without
gotta install
your
TV upstairs.
That's right. We can't do it without support. Thanks to Dave.
At night.
Thanks to Dave. Thanks to Andrew. Thanks to Kevin. Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Guys, if you're going to support a Saints podcast, remember, you should support the one that wins awards. Until next time, the bar is closed.